get out of this whole ordeal and just do our thing on a pendulum swing. We're going to just do our thing. I have no idea what's going on here. This thing needs to completely stop. That's crazy. I have no idea what's going on with that. Guys, if you are over here, I don't know what's going on, folks. YouTube is being screwy. Let me see something here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with all that. That's really throwing me off right now. Let me see if I can find some other means of getting in here. McDonald's internet. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean, but okay. Let's see if it popped up here again. Okay, get out. Mm, I'm going to get completely out of that. Y'all, I know you guys are in here right now. There's some funky stuff going on online. So I'm getting ready to try to figure something out right here, and then we'll come back to it. But yeah, appreciate you guys all being here right now. Give me a second to sort this all out. Okay, there we go. I got the right one pulled up now. I'm about to get into it. Nothing to it but to do it. There we go. So whoever finds it, they're going to find it. But other than that, I have no idea what that was all about. No idea whatsoever. So with that being said, welcome to the channel, ladies and gents, folks and folkramas. Hope you guys are all doing well. So you guys all see the title of this right here. And what I'm getting ready to do, I'm getting ready to do a share screen right here so I can show you guys this clip of what Miss Tia Mowry said. So give me a second here to get all my stuffy stuff together. I know y'all looking at all my good material. Y'all mean material wicked right here. And I'm going to play this clip right here for you guys to see, okay? So let me make sure it's just all on par so I can see it and you guys can see it. But I want you guys to pay attention to this right here, okay? So I'm going to play the whole thing, right? And then once I play it, I'm going to allow you guys, once I play it, then we're going to go through and analyze it, all right? So here we go.
My marriage was a success.
Yeah.
I look at it as like a curriculum when you're in college or high school, right? You're learning, you're growing, you're evolving, you're creating. And I was able to create with Corey some beautiful, amazing children. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And at the end of that curriculum, and at the end, there's a graduation, there's a celebration. Mm-hmm. So that's basically, how I'm looking at it now. And I feel like people look at, when they look at marriage, that success equals longevity. But no, at the end of the day, it's, are they happy? Are they thriving? Are they growing? And I feel like that is what is most important. It's not about staying in something because however long you are in that situation, that equals success. It's about really, again, are you happy? Because life is really short.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are so many things to pick apart on this. So many things to pick apart on this. Do me a favor, make sure you guys double check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Oh, y'all, there's so much. That was Tia. My wife loves you. My wife always loved you and your sister Tia and Tamara. She watched sister. She watched reruns of you guys. She watched the gang. She watched the new show that you on there with Tia. You on there with your mom and all. I mean, not your mom, but you in there with you got your little sitcom out right now. My wife loves y'all. This is by far the dumbest explanation that you can possibly give as far as why you getting a divorce. That is absolutely the most ridiculous analogy I've ever heard anybody give when it comes to a marriage ending. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go piece by piece because already the vows have, the vows have been thrown out the window. If marriage is only looked at as a curriculum, then when does that curriculum end? Some people are smarter than others. Some people get it done faster than others. So if you get married for 6 months and it's over, hey, I'm done with that curriculum. Moving on to the next one. I'm ready for a new challenge now. Done with that one in 3 months. I'm ready. Come on now, Tia. Come on now. Don't give off a dumb, ridiculous. Don't give off a dumb, ridiculous analogy like that. Not like that's not a. She said it's like a graduation. Anyway, we're gonna go piece by piece. Bob, my guy Bob, appreciate you, sir. Appreciate the super chat for $4.99, Bob. God bless you for that, my friend. Guys, okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go piece by piece of this video, okay? Let me put myself up here because yeah, we gotta talk about this. This was absolutely ridiculous. Here we go. And I'm gonna be stopping and pausing.
You know, my marriage was a success.
Yeah.
No, it was not. Let's stop it right there. It was not a success because it ended. It ended. You can't say my marriage was a success. How? It's over. It's done. That's not a success. Come on, y'all. What? See, this is the thing. These are the psychological games that's going to be played on this generation right now. Marriage won't even be looked at as being so sacred, so precious anymore because of stuff like this. Because whatever happened to her marriage, which she's not giving any details on, but when you do things like this, you're going to have a bunch of people that looks up to her, that look at her marriage, look at how she was with Tia, Tamara, sister. They're going to look at you, and you are their inspiration. And you're telling me that after you got done after going through this divorce right here, that's the best explanation you can come up with? Why can't people be real? Why can't you just say, I was like this, he was like that, we didn't do this, we didn't do that? It does not matter. You want to tell you why a lot of people don't like to spill the beans out? Because a lot of things can be fixed, but they don't want to actually express those issues because it might be something so petty that we all would look at and be like, that's it? Y'all getting divorced over that? What? Anyway, let's play this on a little bit more.
Yeah. I look at it as like a curriculum.
That's the dumbest.
When you're in college or high school, right? You're learning, you're growing, you're evolving, you're creating. And I was able to create with Corey some beautiful, amazing children.
Mm-hmm. You're growing, you're creating. And what she expounded, what she concluded that with was children. Why aren't you talking about doing it? Okay, let me go on because you saying that you're growing, you're creating. Why don't you continue to do that?
And at the end of that curriculum, and at the end, there's a graduation.
So you know what? Let me just jump in here real quick right now. let me get ready to jump some in here right now. Hold on, let me slow down because I get excited a lot of times. I guess abortion then, right? I mean, that's why women can just abort babies like it's nobody's business. What about if you get like right now? What if I'm tired of my sons? What if I just want to delete them? Yeah, you know what? Kind of been there, done that, son. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go. Y'all can either take this cyanide, you can take a bullet to the head. Neither one of them gonna hurt. I mean, come on, man. Got my guy Chaotic Truth here in the house, sir. How you doing, sir? Thank you for coming on and checking this out. I might have you guys jump on or something like that. Depends on how far we get into this. So if y'all stick around, I might have a panel on here. If not, if you're coming by just to listen, that's fine too, man. I don't know yet. I just really want to get into this because this right here is really, really, really bad for a lot of our younger folks that look to people like her. So I'm going to share the screen again. I'm going to go right back into it. But again, it makes it just so easy, so convenient. This is what a lot of people on these channels are talking about right now, how it's easy. And I guarantee you, she's going to benefit more out of this divorce than he is. They always have it set up to where the women win. She's talking about this is like a curriculum where you're growing, you're creating. No, marriage is nothing like no goddamn on curriculum. No, it's not. Absolutely 100% not. So let me play some more of this video, y'all. Here we go. It's crazy.
There's a celebration.
No, it's not.
So that's basically the end of that curriculum. And at the end, there's a graduation. There's a celebration.
No, you celebrate. No, the curricula, ladies and gentlemen. So to those that want to listen to this stupidity right here, the curricula is you getting yourself together as an individual before you even step foot into a marriage, right? That's the curricula right there. That's the learning process. That's the growing process, right? That's part of the growing process. It's a chapter in your life as being a single individual growing. You grow as an individual person. If you take time out to find out who you are and get to know who you are, what you like and what you don't like, construct something together to actually formulate the individual that you want to be prior to getting into a marriage, right? That right there is your criteria. That right there is your curricula, right? Once you get into a marriage, you got two different people, two different ideas, two different natures and all that coming into a marriage. Now, from there on, you grow along with that. But when you are by yourself and you did what you need to do. You took care of business as a single person. And now you're getting ready to get married. That is the graduation. That is the celebration. But who celebrates a divorce? I mean, y'all, now the there's instances where if a woman was being beaten, he choked her and all that, he like tortured. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Antia Mowry's case right now. What type of celebration is this going to be? What did you graduate from? What did you graduate from? Marriage is looked at as a curricula now. Anyway, let's keep on playing it because I'm still gonna sit there and detangle all this web of nonsense she's putting up here.
So that's basically, how I'm looking at it now. And I feel like people when they look at marriage, that success equals longevity.
It does.
But no, at the end of the day, it's, are they happy? Are they thriving? Are they growing? And I feel like that is what is most important.
See, that's where you went wrong. That's where a lot of people go wrong at. This is why. And guys, just because these people are celebrities, does not mean that these people are smart. I keep saying that because we do this. We put people that are celebrities, athletes, pop stars, we put these people so high up in our mind that we are the ones that make it seem like they are all intelligent, they are all smart, and that they have it together. We do that with people on our job as well, like people that are your CEOs, business owners. We do that. We act like these people because they actually are successful at a particular thing. We make it seem like they're just successful all across the board. They're not. She said, look, listen to what she said right here, because when you hear it all in the end, the conclusion is it's selfishness.
They happy. When they look at marriage, that success equals longevity. But no, at the end of the day, it's, are they happy? Are they thriving? Are they growing? And I feel like that is what is most important. It's
happy, growing, and thriving. So here's the deal. To those of you that may not be married, it doesn't even matter. This is where you will completely go wrong at. If you think for 1 minute, and I'm just being real, if you think that your happiness is going to come from your husband, you got another thing coming. If you think that your happiness is going to come from your wife, you have another thing coming. This is where they end up having this undetected cancer enter into relationships, because nobody tells you it's not up to your wife to make me happy. It's not up to me to make my wife happy. Now, as having a happy marriage, that's something completely different. But as an individual, that's a whole complete ball game. That's why it's so important for people to understand what it's supposed to be like to be in a relationship and what all relationships entail. Relationships is the foundation that you should definitely be taught before entering into any type of dating scene. You need to understand what you are getting yourself into. Be a happy person before you get into a marriage. Be a happy individual before you do that, because I'm telling you, just from counseling people, too many people, they get into relationships and they think that the person is supposed to make them happy all the time. You are going to be coming in failing from the beginning. You are going to be failing from the beginning. Now, can your husband do things to give you moments of happiness? Yes. Can your wife do things for you that will give you moments of happiness? Yes. But that's why a lot of times people get ticked off when I start thinking about a good book called the Bible. Don't take it like I'm trying to get all Christian-y on you or anything like that. Take it like I'm just giving you some good pointers out of an awesome book. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Take it like I'm just giving you some good pointers out of a book. It's really important for you as an individual to be happy before you even get into a marriage. What do you do that makes you happy? And whatever it is you do that makes you happy, you're telling me you can't do that without having a spouse? This is where we getting messed up at. You can do right now, if you are a single individual, what is it that you do that makes you happy and possibly keep you happy? And whatever that is, why does it have to change when you get married? Now, why does it have to change? Again, I'm trying to help somebody. Things that a person can do to you can make you happy. But that good book that I was just telling you about, it says in there, and some of y'all might understand it, some of you might not. It said the eyes are never satisfied, nor is the belly ever full. You get that? Your eyes are never satisfied, nor is the belly ever full. Well, Ty, I'm full. Yeah, temporarily. But what's going to happen? Give back a good 3-4 hours. You're going to be hungry again. Your body's going to digest it. Okay, what's next? Your eyes are never satisfied. That's why you want the next good looking thing, the next upgrade car, the next this, the next that, because you're constantly looking for something that's going to, you're looking for something that you think is going to fulfill you when it's not. You have to be fulfilled as an individual before you even get into a marriage. And if you bring that to a marriage, then how much more fulfilled both of y'all will be. You got two people who are coming into a marriage already happy, already fulfilled, already whole, and now you don't have to worry about any type of garbage either party would bring to it had they not got rid of those things. What am I talking about? Attitudes, behavior, bad habits, anything you think is going to end up possibly being some type of distraught to a marriage or relationship. Get rid of those things in you as an individual. So now, here's my thing though. To me, when I hear things like this and what she's saying, you said all these things at your wedding. I don't know if she wrote her own vows. I don't know if he wrote his, but you said, I promise to this, to that, to la, to da. You say all those things. And at the end, what do you say? Until death do us part. So that makes you a liar right now. Why would I listen to anything why would I listen to anything you saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all, look, you got to follow me. I'm not saying this to everybody because I know people have been in bad relationships. They got remarried again. I understand. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm saying, why would I be taking advice from somebody like her right now? You're a liar. You said up there in front of all those people, till death do you guys part. So what happened? What happened? What happened to the promises you made? Now, this is what a lot of people get messed up on too when I say this to them. Well, he didn't. Well, right, wait. What about the promises you made? Don't forget, you made promises too. You didn't say, I promise to do that so long as you promise to do that to me. Oh, yeah, I'm getting somebody now, didn't I know. I'm messing with some people. I'm messing with some of y'all. I'm messing, right? Till death do us part. You said you would do all those things until death do y'all part. And I'm not talking about you going out there and trying to murder somebody either. But you get my point. If I promise my wife all these things, I didn't say that's contingent upon whether you do that towards me or not. That's what I did. That's what I promised. So I'm going to live upon my promises. I just believe, and this is just me right now. I really believe that there is a lot of marriages out there that can definitely be fixed, but people just choose not to. It's just easier to get out of it because you do not want to deal with the things that you promised you would deal with. You said for better and you said for worse. Well, right now, before you made the decision to get a divorce, that was your worst, but you still promised to stick there through that. Now, again, that good book called the Bible, and I'm preaching y'all, it has a phrase, not just a phrase, it has a story in there where it talks about if two separate. It talks about separate, which means the fact that it even mentions that there's going to be some separate. It's not talking about divorce. It's saying separate, which means maybe you need to take some time away to do whatever it is you need to do and then come back together. Apparently, that's something that was going to be legitimately happen. Otherwise, it wouldn't have stayed at that. But what I really believe is that a lot of people just do not want to work at it. They don't want to fight for it. It's just easier to get out of it. Plain and simple. If what Tia is saying right now, and she really believes that in her heart, which I don't, I just think she's just using it as a good way of just trying to explain some stuff away, then she should not be trying to get into another relationships. And ladies and gentlemen, let me throw something in there too. I guarantee you, no matter how she tries to word this, I guarantee you the kids are not going to understand that. Oh my God, those kids are going to come out of this absolutely 100% hurting. I don't care. No, Ty, because he can do this. No. Psychologically, trust me, I know this. I got people we dealing with right now that's going through it. Your children are going to be hurting the most out of these divorces. They cannot comprehend. They cannot even understand what's going on. All they know is that they are hurting. I want mommy and daddy together. They're going to have they got these images in their head of constantly seeing you guys looking at each other and smiling and happy and hugged up. Those kids got that in their head. Now that's being torn apart. Now these kids going to go through a psychological process that they're going to feel like it's something that they did. And even if they did, you can say all day long. And we see it, we hear it. You can say all day long, well, we'll sit down and talk with the kids and we'll let them know it's not their fault. You're not going to be able to keep those kids from feeling guilty. You're not going to be able to keep them from feeling like they've done something wrong. They are going to feel like they will begin to just come up with concepts like, oh, I bet it's because when mommy didn't want us and daddy didn't. Well, what about what those kids are going to feel like they are the blame for that happening. And you can, like I said, you can tell them all day long that it's not, but that's what's not being thought about right there. What about the children? What was so bad within this marriage that you guys had to end it? That's why I say I might be jumping the gun. I don't want to go into any details or anything like that. I don't know the details of Tia marriage, but I do believe that a lot of times it's just too easy. That's what we've done. Y'all might think this is the dumbest thing in the whole wide world, but I don't care. I would have really loved to see it. I mean, I told my wife, I said, I think I need to, matter of fact, I might call my guy who is over the A&E network. I might call the producer of A&E network and pitch this thought to him. I think that I should call this, y'all know when people get married? We should call this the divorce ceremony. Y'all, what do y'all think about this? This is my idea. Watch somebody steal it. Y'all gonna be like, y'all heard it first right here. I think that the same way you got married, that should be the same way you get divorced. I believe that you should invite all these. I'll say, since it's a graduation, and since it's a graduation, right? It's a celebration. I believe that all these people that you got up in front of and told that lie to, I believe you should do the same exact thing. I believe both of y'all should go there like you're not having a wedding, you're having a divorce. That's what we're calling it. We're having a divorce ceremony. All the people that you invited to your wedding, you want all of them to show up there, and you have the pastor get up there and repeat what you said to each other. And since you are getting divorced, I believe that when they say things like this, when they say, who in here feel that these two should not get married? Speak now or forever hold your peace. I think they should have some people stand. I think the priest, the pastor, whoever it is, should say before the crowd, who in here think that these two should stay together? Speak now or forever hold your peace. I guarantee you're going to have a lot of people who's going to stand up and say, I believe and I feel and I think that you guys should stay together because da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? You said all this in front of you. You invited all of them to the marriage. Invite all of them to the divorce. Let the crowd speak. Let your family speak. Let your children speak. And then I think that if it still gets to a point to where it don't work out, whatever like that, I don't care. I don't care. I'm just saying, I think this is a great idea. I know y'all think it's corny. I think it is a great idea. I think it should be heavily frowned upon. And whenever everything that they said to each other, they should just say, you know what? When you said, I promise to love, hold, through sickness, I think you should get up there and say, I lied. I did not wish to love. I did not wish to hold. I did not wish to be with you through sickness and health. I do not want to part only through death. And I think y'all should just take the rings off each other's fingers and put them back in the box. Do everything. Y'all know what I'm saying? Do it all in reverse. But at the same time, I can guarantee you nobody would do that because you would have family members up there who would plead for both of y'all to stay together. Unless, like I said, unless it's just the most terrible thing you done or wrong, you having multiple affairs, you're beating her, you're torturing her, you're beating the kids. You know what I'm saying? I get things like that. But in cases like this, it's just hard. It's just hard. It's too easy. So let me go back over something that she said here too that I want you guys to kind of pay attention to as well. So check this out.
It's not about staying in something because however long you are in that situation, that equals success. It's about really, again, are you happy? Because life is really short.
That's the part that gets me right there. So now it's about life is really short. What are you trying to say there, Tia? Because I thought that being into the marriage, you're giving yourself to that person for the rest of y'all lives. Now, cut it off because you know what? Life is too short. Too short for what? And then for her to say that longevity doesn't equal a success for marriage, I agree and disagree with that. The reason why I disagree is because it does show success. And the reason why I do agree is because there can be someone that's been in a long marriage, but the marriage is absolutely 100% just terrible. I mean, it's just absolutely neither side is trying to work at it. I've known the marriages where they were married, the husband would come home, he would take a shower and he would leave. And then he would end up coming back like in the wee hours of the night to go to sleep, wake up, he would go to work, he would come home, he would take a shower, he would be right back out again. That was his thing. So something like that where there's no communication, they don't even like each other. I don't even know why they're not even getting divorced. I can understand when you say just because you have a longevity doesn't mean that this is a successful marriage. But at the same time, what does successful look like? When you become successful in most of the things that you do, it's going to come with a whole lot of shortcomings. Unless, okay, y'all know, for instance, everybody in my chat right now, whoever has a job, don't forget right now too, folks, give me a favor. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Okay. Hit the like button right now so this video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm. Double check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, because y'all know people are being unsubscribed from the channel every single day in droves, right? So that's what I'm saying. When you are on the road to becoming successful, you're going to come in contact with a whole lot of different shortcomings, right? But then what happens though? You keep your mind stayed on the goal, don't you? You know, there's going to be some downs. You know, there's going to be times where you're going to have to deal with this. There's going to be times that on your road to success, there's going to be some failures in there, but you're going to actually take those failures and learn from. Matter of fact, y'all might think this is the craziest thing in the world. Failures is one of the best teachers because it makes you perfect the part that you're weak in. Failure is one of your greatest teachers. I'm telling you, it is. It's one of your greatest teachers because, give you an example. If I am an all-around athlete, which I am still, but when I was in high school, an all-around athlete, anything that consisted of short, quick bursts of speed, I was a killer at it. Long jump, high jump, triple jump, 100-meter dash, 200-meter dash. But when it came to running anything like a mile, oh my God. Oh my God. Terrible. There were people in my school that weren't even athletes. They weren't even athletes at all. And when we had to sit there and try to run that mile, they all beat me. Y'all can laugh all you. I came in last. Like, I didn't care. The fat people beat me. I sat there and just tried to blast off running all hard and fast. And I realized I got to go around this track. How many times? 4? I got around once and I'm dead. Got booty lock and everything. If you're a track runner, you know what booty lock is. Hamstrings lock up, your butt lock up. Forget that. I'm walking. I failed. But guess what I learned? I learned that through that failure, where did I go wrong at? Dude, you came out of the blocks just blasting. You can't run a mile off running fast like that, dude. You have to pace yourself. My point is, I learned from that failure. So what, pace myself? Yeah. So my coach, he always talked to me in percentages. Like, for instance, if I had a track meet and the competition wasn't all that great, he would say, Ty, run at a speed of about 70%. Okay. He's like, because these guys are running these numbers and these guys are jumping this far, so just only give it about 70%. Now, when it came to actually doing that mile again, I asked my coach, I told him what happened to me. He said, oh, no, you never do anything like that, Ty. You're going to kill. I said, I did about kill myself. He said, well, okay, so next time you run a mile, only run at about 30%. Coach, 30%? That's it? He said, yeah, just run at 30%. Okay. Ran at 30%, finished like in 6 minutes flat or something like that at 30% of running. I get it. But if I had not failed, I wouldn't have known how to correct that, right? So that's what I'm saying. When she say longevity doesn't equal success, it does, because there's things that goes along in your marriage that they're going to come as bumps in the road. And what a lot of people like to do, you don't like to go back to the drawing board and say, okay, hey, babe, we need to talk, because I think that these issues, or this issue that we're having right here, we need to address this issue. Let's take care of this issue so we can get past it. Let's take care of this issue so we can move on. Because if we don't take care of this issue, it's going to end up getting planted within our spirit. We're going to move on. We're going to forget about it. Then something else is going to come along. We might do the same exact thing. But next thing you know, all those things are going to accumulate, where y'all going to be like, it's just so much. It's exhausting to even think about all the things we need to work on. That's the issue, because y'all don't do that. Whenever the issue comes up, take care of it. Whenever there is any type of cut within your marriage, you need to do exactly what your body does. When you get injured, when you get cut, your body goes through something called an inflammatory phase. Now, go with me here, y'all, okay? Y'all know I like to speak in these analogies. I give really good analogies. No, for real. I don't give no stupid ones like Tia. No, but seriously, when you first injure yourself, when you first get cut, go with me now. I'm speaking on a spiritual, metaphorical level. When you first get injured and you first get cut, your body initial response is inflammatory. It becomes inflamed, increasing cortisol. So what ends up happening is that also what your body will begin to do after that, during that inflammation phase. Let's go with the cut first. If you get cut and your body starts the inflammatory phase, inflammation phase, your body will begin to send cells there that will coagulate. to start the healing process already. But even though it's still bleeding, your body will begin to send platelets and stuff there to kind of start to coagulate so it can start to close it off. Once the blood starts to dry, your body starts working from the inside out, and then it starts forming a scab. That scab is there to keep infection from getting in, yet at the same time, that scab is also serving as a barrier to allow the healing process to take place underneath. After some time, which you guys all know this, if you don't pick at it, notice what I just said. If you don't pick at it, it will heal and the scab will fall off. You will be left with something called a little pink scar, right? It will be like a little pink scar. And all of a sudden, that scar will almost turn back to the same exact pigmentation that your skin color is because it healed. The point is, you started the process of healing the minute you got cut. Now, let me go to another example with you guys. That's being cut. What about if something is sprained? Like, y'all always use a sprained ankle. It's like the most common thing. A sprained ankle. Check this out. This is what I like about this. And again, listen to me from a spiritual, emotional standpoint. When you sprain your ankle, it has an inflammatory phase too, but at the same time, your body will send swelling there. It swells up. Do you swell up in your marriage when stuff happens like that? Do things become real inflamed when you get hit with the issue? When something comes on like that and you guys are mad? See what the body is showing you something on a spiritual, emotional level. The minute it happens, your body addresses, which is what we don't do. The minute it happens, we need to address it. And all of us, we all noticed, all of us didn't notice, we're all learning. But the minute it happens, you need to address it. So what the body would do with a sprained ankle, inflammation happens, and then the ankle will swell up. Now, do you swell up? Like I asked, you swell up, but guess what? What the swelling does that a lot of people just get freaked out about, the swelling in your body in a sprained ankle is not necessarily bad. It's not bad. The swelling is there to form a natural splint to keep your body from harming itself any more than what it already is. Yeah. Isn't that amazing? Some of y'all are not catching me. Y'all are not catching this. When the swelling happens, the swelling will serve as a natural splint to keep anything from further being damaged. So if your ankle is sprained and it swells up, and you say, I can't move it. You don't need to move it, because if you do move it, you might cause further harm to it. You might cause further damage. So what do I do, Ty? Be still. Let's get ready to address the swelling. And then we're going to go from there. We're going to put ice on it so it can bring the swelling down. So now we can go and tackle the issue. But the point is, even with all that being said, the minute you hurt yourself, you go through a phase called the inflammatory phase that can last up to anywhere from 3 days to a week. Now, if you are in your marriage and you come across something and you are in the inflammatory phase, maybe you need to not say nothing to each other for maybe 3 to 5 days. Let's be real. Because what can happen while you are swelled up, if you try to do any type of movement that does not need to be moved, you can be further damaging the marriage. Because when you swell up, your emotions are there. You're angry. You will end up saying something that you regret. And the thing is, no matter, I don't care who you are, what type of person you are, if you say something within your marriage that is very hurtful to your spouse, even though you may come back and apologize, the way that it's stuck and hit you right here, it stays. It can never be uncommunicated. That's why you have to make sure you never, no matter how ticked off and mad and swelled up you are, you have to make sure you do not say something hurtful like that to your husband. You don't say nothing hurtful like that to your wife, because that stuff sticks. I'm telling you, they're going to end up having days. Y'all can go through that process and y'all can heal. Y'all can go on maybe a year or two later down the road, and your wife can find herself sitting there thinking about when you made that remark to her, and she can just feel it all over again. Just imagine she wouldn't have to think about that had you not ever said it. He wouldn't have to think about what you said to him had you not ever said it. So again, the inflammatory phase can take anywhere from 3 to 5 days. And once those 3 to 5 days are over with, now we work on taking care of the pain that caused, right? So if you need 3 or 5 days away from each other, just not talking because y'all both are too heated, and making sure that you don't say nothing that you are definitely going to regret, then take the time to do that. These are the things I'm talking about that people don't do in their relationships. You have to be able to actually accept that. If she does not want to talk to you because she's so ticked off at you right now, you're trying to force her to, you're going to make the inflammation even worse. You're trying to move something that doesn't need to be moved right now. Let it go. Same thing, ladies. If your husband, if y'all got in an argument and he's ticked off, he's not talking to you, let the man stay to himself and have his peace. Don't try to pull it out of him. You're going to make the situation worse. I'm telling you, you're gonna be running your mouth, and he's just gonna be getting mad. And he ain't even hear. He definitely ain't hearing nothing that you're saying. All he thinking about is the fact that you just keep on, and he just getting ready to slay these, vice versa. If you sitting there in the position and you just trying to talk it out with you and get it right, but you ticked off and mad, same as that thing. If he, well, I thought you this, well, you said you all, it's just gonna make you want to blow up and snap. You're gonna find yourself saying something that you regret. So you need to be into a point into your marriage or in your relationship to where you can flat out just say, look, right now, I just don't want to talk right now. I just need to cool off. I don't want to talk about this right now. And you as a spouse should have the respect to give them that, because you thinking that it's like some type of way of just dissing you or denying you. No, that person needs time to cool down. It's for the benefit of both of you. These are the things that's in relationships that a lot of people don't talk about. These are the things that's in relationships that people don't get counseled over before they actually do get into a marriage or get into a relationship whatsoever. And these things are not wrong. It's part of that. This is what I'm talking about. When you hit those little bumps and all those things like that in the road, this is what people don't talk about. Go into detail. Don't just say, oh yeah, marriage takes work and marriage can be hard. You just got to work at it. And people that never been married are thinking like, what do you mean work at it? What is work at it? What do you mean work at it? At what? Well, when problems arise, you just got to be able to, tell them the particular problem. Tell them what it is that they need to work at. Tell them what it is tell them how to address it. I had a lot of people sitting there sending dang on emails and stuff right now, like, dude, you are on it, man. This is crazy. I just literally had this going on. Hey, bro, me and my wife are actually going through this. Look, me and my wife and I are going through this right now. We're both listening to you telling us this right now. We literally both are breaking out in tears right now. That's an email. Because people are watching this right now. And I appreciate y'all doing it. I know they didn't want to put it up here in the, in the chat, which I understand that, you're trying to, keep your business and all that to yourself. But that's what I'm saying. This is the issue that a lot of people don't want to actually address. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's part of it. The arguing and all that is part of it. You don't wake up, do you wake up every day feeling married? No, because marriage is not a feeling. And that's the issue. When Tia just made her remarks right there, what she just talked about, everything seemed to be based off of selfishness. Me happy, me growing, me this, me. I don't care who you are. If you are not a happy individual before you get into a marriage, you are not going to become a happy individual in a marriage. No, Ty, when I got married, don't even go. No, you did not. You telling me, no, because that means you are not a happy individual. That means your husband has to do things to make you happy. You are not a happy individual. That means your wife has to constantly keep doing things to keep you happy. Me, as an individual, I am a very happy person. I'm a very happy, positive person. Period. Was I like this all the time? Heck no. Y'all, as much positivity y'all think I have, I was that much more negative out there in the streets. As much happiness as y'all see me right now, I was that much more pissed, angry in the streets. The much joy that I might be bringing to some of y'all lives, I brought a lot of hell to other people's lives in the street. Dead serious. I'm telling you. But if I would have stayed and remained that person and brought who I was into a relationship, the relationship is already starting off on a really bad foundation. Plain and simple. What am I saying? As an individual, it is not my job to make my wife happy. My job is to be a husband to my wife. And again, before some of y'all get all off there in la la land, I do things for my wife that gives her happy moments. And I'm going to say make her, like I said, it makes her happy temporarily. Okay? She does things for me. It makes me happy temporarily. Those things, again, y'all need to follow me. Those things that I do makes her happy temporarily. Those things that she do makes me happy temporarily. But what about being a happy person, period? If my wife did not do those things to make me happy temporarily, I will still be a happy person. If I did not do the things to make my wife happy temporarily, my wife will still be a happy person. You get what I'm saying? That's why it all comes down to being a happy individual. Do not sit there and think for one moment that a relationship is going to change who you are as a happy person. It's going to change who you are as a pissed person. Now, in her case, let's just say if Tia was to say, well, I was happy. And in his marriage, I began to find out that he did things that make me unhappy. Those temporary things that can make you happy, those things that he can do to make you happy temporarily, whatever he did to make you unhappy, that should be temporary too. Because as a happy individual, okay, my wife didn't do this, so I have a moment of not being happy. I'm letting y'all know something right now. Longevity in a marriage, especially what you call a successful marriage comes with all the bad stuff. That's what makes it a balance. There's nothing wrong with that. People say the good, the bad, the this, the that, the that. Yes, that's all part of it. You had good and bad days as an individual. You don't think you have good and bad days in a marriage? You think that this ceremony is just going to solidify the rest of your happiness for all? No, you have to be happy as an individual. Be happy first as an individual. Period. So anyway, folks, that's what I'm saying. I just think that a lot of the stuff that they're doing within these marriages, man, it makes it too easy for people to get out of them. You know what I mean? It's not even sacred anymore. It's not looked at as being an actual, actually a lifetime accomplishment of just things that you would never be able to experience on this world had you not done it. Now, she said that life is too short. So what? Get a divorce? I should make a t-shirt that says that life is too short. Get a divorce. Tia Mowry. There it is. Divorce is a graduation and should be celebrated. Tia Mowry. Yeah. Anyway, folks, that's my take on that for right now, folks. Otherwise, y'all can hear me up here speaking in circles and all that. Really appreciate you guys all being here. Don't forget to hit that like button so this video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to double check and make sure that you are subscribed. Ty, dude, why do you keep on saying that? Would y'all like me to show y'all why I keep saying it? Would you like me to show you? Well, you know what? Even though you may not want me to show you why I'm saying that, but I will show you why I'm saying it, because there are new people in here right now that you guys probably don't know and probably didn't hear me say that I'm getting people unsub from my channel on a daily basis. As of a few weeks ago, I had 300,000 subscribers. Okay, I had 300,120 subscribers, right? And this is where we are. When I say we are, because this channel is mine just as much as it is yours, because you guys are pretty much the meat of it. So here we are right now. We're at 299.70, and in the last 28 days, you telling me 931 people unsubscribed to the channel? You telling me y'all saw that, right? Let's go back to it. I'll show you again. Right there. 299,700,000 subs. 931 lost in the last 28 days. And YouTube are avoiding answering that question like that for me. And we know why. We know why. I'm doing a little too much to make them mad. You can't be black, Christian, and conservative and speaking out against this nonsense that's going on in the world and be on there good gracious. So anyway, with that being said, folks, again, I appreciate you guys all being here. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I hope and pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.